and in Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So, chapter number 7 says control your own thoughts with autosuggestion. Autosuggestion Autosuggestion is the conscious repetition of emotion charged affirmations or instructions to establish them as fact in the subconscious mind. So basically you have to repeat the your thoughts, positive charged thoughts and affirmations. Affirmations have powers and we know it. Faith is the most powerful emotion. So repeating affirmations is the most powerful emotion. So repeating affirmations or instructions in a state of mind that sincerely believes them is the most effective way to transfer those beliefs to the subconscious mind. Or instructions in a state of mind that sincerely believes them is the most effective way to transfer those beliefs to the subconscious mind. No thought, whether negative or positive, can enter the subconscious mind without the aid of the principle of autosuggestion, with the exception of thoughts picked up from the ether. The conscious faculty serves as an outer guard to the approach of the subconscious. All sense impressions perceived through the five senses are stopped by the conscious thinking mind and may be either passed on to the subconscious mind or rejected at will. By nature, we have absolute control over the material that reaches our subconscious mind through our five senses. We rarely exercise this control. By nature, we have absolute control over the material that reaches perceived through the five senses are stopped by the conscious thinking mind and may be either passed on the subconscious mind or rejected at will. By nature, we have absolute control over the material that reaches our subconscious mind through our five senses. We rarely exercise this control, which explains why so many people go through life in poverty. Okay. The subconscious mind is a fertile garden in which weeds will grow in abundance if the seeds of more desirable crops are not sown therein. Very true. Auto suggestion enables you to plant creative thoughts or by neglect permit thoughts of destructive nature to be sown. Many philosophers claim that people control their own earthly destinies, but most of them have failed to identify what gives people this control. The reason that one may control one's own earthly status and especially one's financial status is thoroughly explained in this chapter. People may gain control of themselves and their environment because they have the power to influence their own subconscious mind and through their subconscious minds gain the cooperation of infinite intelligence. Plant thoughts in your subconscious mind. To plant thoughts in your subconscious mind, take these six steps that were introduced in step 5. Develop a burning desire. To get satisfactory results, you must follow all instructions in a spirit of faith. Develop a burning desire to get satisfactory results. You must follow all the instructions in the spirit of faith. See step 8 for more about faith. Fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. Fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. Be definite as to the amount. Fix in your mind the exact amount you desire. I have already made it 100 crore. 100 crore. It is 100 crores in rupees. Yes. Be definite to the amount, concentrate or fix your attention on that money, eyes closed until you can actually see the physical appearance of the money. Your ability to use the principle of auto suggestion depends greatly upon your capacity to concentrate on a given desire until that desire becomes a burning obsession. Determine exactly what you intend to give in return for money you desire. Determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. What product or service will you offer when visualizing the money you intend to accumulate? Determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. Determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. Yes, I want to give products. Second one would be content, and third one would be it was content, and yes, and my services of being a product manager and managing the company, basically managing the company. So these three would be the things. What product or service will you offer? When visualizing the money you tend to accumulate with closed eyes, see yourself rendering the service or delivering the merchandise you intend to give in return for this money. This is important. Establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money you desire. I have said it. It is 2030. Hmm. Yes, it's 2030. Mark the date on your calendar and post the date in other locations like a post it note and stick it on your refrigerator. And post the date in other locations like on a post it note and stick it on your refrigerator or the edge of your computer monitor. Create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once to put this plan into action. See step 14 for guidance on planning. Create a definite plan. Okay, so definite plan is missing for carrying out your desire and begin at once to put this plan into action. Write out a clear, concise statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire. Write out a clear, concise statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire. The time limit for its acquisition, what you intend to give in return for the money, and the plan through which you intend to accumulate it. For example, suppose that you intend to accumulate $1 million by the 1st of January, 5 years hence, that you intend to deliver personal services in return for the money in the capacity of a sales representative. Your written statement of your purpose may read as follows: by the first day of January 20 dash, I will have in my possession $1 million, which will come to me in various amounts from time to time during the interim. In return for this money, I will give the most efficient service of which I am capable, rendering the fullest possible quantity and the best possible quality of service as a sales representative of the service or merchandise you intend to sell. I believe that I will have this money in my possession. My uh, faith is so strong that I can now see this money before my eyes. I can touch it with my hands. It is now awaiting transfer to me at the time and in the proportion that I deliver the service I intend to render in return for it. I am awaiting a plan by which to accumulate this money, and I will follow that plan when it is received. Okay. Go to a quiet spot, preferably alone in bed, where you will not be disrupted or interrupted. Close your eyes and repeat aloud your written statement of the amount of money you intend to accumulate, the time limit for its accumulation, and a description of the product or service you intend to give in return for the money. As you read, see and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the money. Do this twice daily, once just before retiring at night and another once after arising in the morning. You can read your statement aloud until you have it memorized Alright. Carry out these instructions as though you were a small child. Inject into your efforts something of the faith of a child. With autosuggestion, you play a perfectly legitimate trick on your subconscious mind by making it believe, because you believe it, that you must have the amount of money you are visualizing, that this money is already awaiting your claim, that is subconscious mind must hand over to you practical plans for acquiring the money which is yours. Hand over the thought, suggested your imagination, and see what your imagination can or will do to create practical plans for accumulating that money. By following these instructions, you communicate the object of your desire directly to your subconscious mind in a spirit of absolute faith. Through repetition of this procedure, you voluntarily create thought habits that are favorable to your efforts to transmute desire into this its monetary equivalent. Infuse your desire with faith. Plain, unemotional words do not influence the subconscious mind. You will get no appreciable results until you learn to. Plain, unemotional words do not influence the subconscious mind. Infuse your desire with faith. Plain, unemotional words do not influence the subconscious mind. Okay, so basically you have to feel it. You will get no appreciable results until you learn to reach your subconscious mind with thoughts or spoken words that have been well emotionalized with faith. The sincere belief that you will receive the object of your desire. The sincere belief that you will receive the object of your desire. Do not become discouraged if you can't control and direct your emotions the first time you try to do so. Remember, there is no such possibility as something for nothing. Alright, so basically, it is a quid pro quo. Huh? Quid pro quo. Ability to reach and influence your subconscious mind has its price, and you must pay that price. You cannot cheat even if you desire to do so. The price of ability, the price of ability to influence your subconscious mind. चार चराग तेरे बरन हमेशा बेंचो देखना हो गया है. Anyways, you cannot cheat even if you desire to do so. The price of ability to influence your subconscious mind is everlasting persistence in applying the principles described here. You cannot develop the desired ability for a lower price. You cannot develop the desired ability for a lower price. You alone must decide whether the reward for which you are striving, money consciousness, is worth the price you must pay for it in effort. The mere reading of words is of no consequence unless you mix emotions with your words. If you repeat a million times the famous Emil Cole formula day by day in every way, I am getting better and better, without mixing emotion and faith with your words, you will experience no desirable result. Your subconscious mind recognizes and acts upon only thoughts mixed with emotion. Failure to charge autosuggestion with emotion is the main reason the majority of people who attempt autosuggestion do not get the desired results. Wisdom and cleverness alone will not attract and retain money except in a few very rare instances where the law of averages favors the attraction of money through these sources. The method of attracting money described here does not depend upon the law of averages. Moreover, the method plays no favorites. Moreover, the method plays no favorites. It will work for one person as effectively as it will for another. Where failure is experienced, it is the individual, not the method, who has failed. If you try and fail, make another effort and still another until you succeed. The subconscious mind takes any orders given it in a spirit of absolute faith and acts upon those orders. The subconscious mind takes any orders given it in a spirit of absolute faith and acts upon those orders, although the orders often have to be presented over and over again through repetition before they are interpreted by the subconscious mind. Alright. Create receive plans. In the fourth of the six steps, you are instructed to create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once to put this plan into action. Do not wait for a definite plan through which you intend to exchange services or merchandise in return for the money you are visualizing. Create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once to put this plan into action. Do not wait for a definite plan through which you intend to exchange services or merchandise in return for the money you are visualizing, but begin at once to see yourself in possession of the money, demanding and expecting meanwhile that your subconscious mind will hand over the plans you need. Be on the alert for these plans and when they appear, put them into action immediately. When the plan appear, they will probably flash into your mind through the sixth sense in the form of an inspiration. This inspiration may be considered a direct message from infinite intelligence. When the plans appear, they will probably flash into your mind through the sixth sense. Alright, in the form of an inspiration. This inspiration may be considered a direct message from infinite intelligence. Treat it with respect and act upon it as soon as you receive it. Failure to do so will be fatal to your success. You receive it. Do not trust to your reason, thinking mind. When creating your plan for accumulating money through the transmutation of desire, reason is faulty. Moreover, your reasoning faculty may be lazy, and if you depend entirely upon it to serve you, it may disappoint you. Be persistent. These instructions may at first seem abstract. Do not let this disturb or discourage you. Follow the instructions no matter how abstract or impractical they may at first appear to be. The time will soon come. If you do as you have been instructed, in spirit as well as in act, when a whole new universe of power will unfold to you. Skepticism, in connection with all new ideas, is characteristics of all human beings. But if you follow the instruction outlined, your skepticism will soon be replaced by belief, which will soon crystallize into absolute faith. Will soon be replaced by belief, which will soon crystallize into absolute faith. Then you will have arrived at the point where you may truly say, I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. You are now reading the chapter that represents the keystone to the arch of this philosophy. The instructions contained in this chapter must be understood and applied with persistence if you succeed in transmuting desire into money. After you have read the entire book, come back to the chapter and follow the spirit in the action and in action. The instruction, read the entire chapter aloud once every night. Acha, read aloud once every night. Aloud every night until you become thoroughly convinced that the principle of autosuggestion is sound, that it will accomplish for you all that has been claimed for it. As you read, underscore with a pencil every sentence that impresses you favorably. Follow the foregoing instruction to the letter and it will open the way for complete understanding and mastery of the principles of success. Okay, it has been completed within 20 minutes. Faith is the visualization and belief in the attainment of desire. To transmute desire for riches into money, you must first convince your subconscious mind that you will receive that money. Auto suggestion convinces auto suggestion convinces the subconscious mind to tell to believe whatever you tell it to believe. It is the only method to induce faith. So read it aloud always and every day. That you believe in yourself, you can do it, and you will have that money in the future. And you are willing to do and give what you have promised to the maybe universe or the persons demanding it in return of that money. And I will be giving content, products, and my services in the form of being in the form of product manager for some company, some big company. Product manager and or maybe the CEO or the marketing executive